Hey y'all, I want to share this revelation that I received the other day. So I was in traffic. I was driving on the highway and it was around maybe 5 o'clock. There was traffic. And so, you know how sometimes on the GPS, I was using my GPS, sometimes it'll pop up and say, if you take this route, it'll save you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. So it popped up and it said it would save me 7 minutes the first time. And so I said, okay. I was about to press it. God said, no. He said, just because it'll save you time doesn't mean it's the best route. I said, okay. I'm still in traffic. I'm going. It pops up again. It said this time it'll save me 10 minutes. I was about to press it. God said, no. Just because it seems like it is saving you time does not mean that it will save you in the end. And so I kept going. It popped up once more. It'll save me a few more minutes. But I was so close to my destination, I did not click it. Altogether, it tried me 3 times. It tried to get me to take a different route. And had I not had the Spirit of God, had I not had God walking with me and talking with me, I would have taken the quicker route, thinking that it was the better route. But God knows which route we are to take. Yes, it may take a little bit longer. Yes, there may be more speed bumps. There may be more traffic. But listen to me. When I was able to get off of my lane, when I was finally able to get to where I needed to be, it was no traffic. It was smooth sailing. Sometimes God will have you take the longer route because when it is time to elevate you, it is smooth sailing. There will be nobody else in that lane. There will be no more traffic. When He is ready to put you where He wants you, there is nothing that can stop you. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, right? Sometimes you need to be in traffic. You need to be processed. You need to go through the process, right? You need to go through the healing. You need to go through that quiet time with God to be developed. And then when He's ready to exit, have you get off on the lane, have you go where you need to be, there's nobody there. There's nobody else there. There's nothing else blocking you because you've done the healing, you've done the work. But see how the enemy tempts you? It's something as simple as getting off on a different exit. He wants you to go a different way, a different route, a different way to save time. Not knowing that that route may have led to a car accident. Not knowing that that route may have led to a flat tire. Anything could have happened had I tried to save time. The same way that we try to save time by taking shortcuts, we try to save time by doing things that are more comfortable, easier. When we're only delaying our calling, we're only delaying our purpose, we're only delaying what God has for us, trying to take the easier route. You're trying to get with someone who is less difficult, not knowing that the person that God has for you, the person that God has made for you, is there to challenge you. They're there to bring you out of your comfort zone. But sometimes we want to date what's comfortable, right? We want to go with what's easy. Or God is having you to start a business. God is telling you to do a specific business, but you don't think that you can do it. And so you start a business in something else, something that takes less work, that takes less money. But had you done the thing that God had called you to do, you would have been a multimillionaire, a billionaire. But you settled for what was easier to do, something that you could just throw together. So we must be very careful to not take the easier way, the time that the route that takes less time, thinking that it's going to be the best route for us. God knows the way that we should go, and though it may take a bit longer, it is worth the wait. Amen. Amen.